order now. This is the October 2nd, 2024 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for the City of Coralville. Roll call, please.
Dokun?
Here.
Friedoff?
Here.
Sitzman?
Here.
Aaron's?
Here.
Moniza? Winman?
Here.
Holderness?
Here. All right, thank you. Item 3, approval of the October 2nd, 2024 agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's.
Second.
Second by Friedoff. Any discussion? Roll call.
Friedoff?
Aye.
Sitzman?
Aye.
Aaron's?
Aye.
Winman?
Aye.
Dokun?
Aye.
Holderness?
Aye. Motion passed all ayes. Are there any corrections to the minutes of the September 4th, 2024 meeting? All right, seeing none, do I have a motion to approve the September 4th, 2024 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting minutes?
So moved.
Moved by Winman,
Seconded.
second by Aaron's. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passed unanimously. Move on to item 5. We'll open the public hearing on a request by PMG Investments, LLC, to consider recommending rezoning Coralville West Part 4, Lot 1 from the C2 Arterial Commercial District to a Commercial Planned Unit Development 2, CPUD 2 District, and a Planned Unit Development B, PUD B Site Plan. Item A, consider recommending approval of the CPUD 2 zoning.
So moved. Oh yeah, we got to do public hearing first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is the time and place for the public hearing. Is there any comments?
I don't think anybody's going to comment. Go ahead.
Are there any comments at the public hearing? Sorry.
He's like, I like that progress. Just keep moving.
All right. Hearing no comments, we will close the public hearing. Now let's do item A, consider recommending approval of the PUD 2 zoning.
So moved.
Moved by Friedoff,
Seconded.
second by Aaron's. Do we have any discussion? Dave, do you have anything you'd like to share with us on this project?
This is just going to be a 4,300 square foot pediatric dental building. There's 39 parking stalls. Construction is expected to start this fall and conclude next summer. This lot was 1.26 acres. It was actually platted back in 2012. We've been working very closely with the engineering firm and the design firm on this project. Staff has reviewed the plan and finds that the building design as well as the site design meet the requirements set forth in the West Land Use Area Master Plan. And the building is predominantly stucco and brick, which meets those criteria, as well as glass. And the applicant is requesting a landscape buffer setback for the parking lot along the west property line of 38.5 feet instead of the required 50 feet. And that's to accommodate a future addition. To mitigate this, they're proposing a substantial landscape berm along that property line. Staff is in support of that request, as will not have any impact on adjacent property or future uses. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Dave. Do we have a motion to recommend approval of the CPUD 2 zoning?
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's.
Second.
Second by Friedoff. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Aaron's?
Aye.
Winman?
Aye.
Dokun?
Aye.
Friedoff?
Aye.
Sitzman?
Aye.
Holderness?
Aye. Item passes all ayes. Item B, do we have a motion to consider recommending approval of the BUDP site plan?
So moved.
Moved by Winman,
Seconded.
second by Aaron's. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Winman?
Aye.
Dokun?
Aye.
Friedoff?
Aye.
Sitzman?
Aye.
Aaron's?
Aye.
Holderness?
Aye. Motion passed, all ayes present. Item 6, this will be a public hearing, request by Oaks Family Partnership to consider recommending approval of a planned unit development B, PUD B, site plan, preliminary plat, and final plat for West Village Part 1. We'll now open the public hearing. Anyone wish to address the commission on this item? All right, hearing none, we'll close the public hearing. Thank you. Now we have item A, consider recommending approval of the PUDB site plan.
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's,
Second.
second by Friedoff. Dave, you have anything you'd like to share with us on this
I
development?
think the commission and city council's seen and heard a lot about the West Village development this summer. This is a proposal for Part 1, preliminary plat, final plat, as well as a site plan. On June 5th, the Planning and Zoning Commission reviewed this and recommended approval of the master development plan for this. This is a mixed-use, traditional neighborhood design development. There's going to be 450 residences or residential units and 33,000 square feet of commercial space. With this development will be a variety of housing options. There'll be single-family detached homes, townhomes, multifamily homes, and 107 of the multifamily units will be provided above the first floor commercial space in 2 mixed-use buildings to be located nearest the intersection of Jones and Oakdale Boulevard. So these 2 buildings up here in the northeast corner, which are part of Phase 3. And the development has 3.5 acres of open space integrated throughout, including a Sedge Meadow Prairie Park Dog Park and a community park with a gazebo and play equipment. And this development will occur over 8 years and 3 phases. This first part is 7.65 acres, and this is located in the northeast, or I should say actually the northwest corner of the development. This area here in brown is Phase 1. It includes Outlot A, which is 1.71 acres and will serve as the Sedge Meadow and Prairie Park after completion of Part 2. In the interim, the developer is going to use it as a sediment basin. Part 1 includes 46 residential units. There'll be 24 row houses and 22 single-family detached units. There are elevations that have been provided to the commission for your review and consideration. Streets will be private, Noah and Tommy Lane. Those will be 27 feet wide. There'll also be 2 public streets, Dean's Way and Kenyon Court. That'll be 29 feet wide. Temporary parking will be allowed on one side of the streets, and staff has reviewed the site plan and elevations and find that they are consistent with the master development plan. And staff has reviewed the preliminary and final plats and find that they conform with the requirements for preparation and filing. And finally, the reason why the Prairie Park is going to be a sediment basin is the way things drain. Anything done prior to completion of Phase 2 will just be destroyed. So that'll be the timing we're going to incorporate into the development agreement.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
I have a question for you. I was reading through the information here, and it talked about having the townhouses would have a 30% brick veneer on them, or the houses would not. Can you tell me what the rationale is for that?
It really just follows the West Land Use Area Master Plan guidelines for allowable building materials. We do require anything multifamily or row houses to have a certain percentage of masonry. And as part of this, it's also really important for a traditional neighborhood development like this to have a mixture of architectural styles and a mixture of cladding materials. The goal is to produce a cohesive neighborhood theme and sense of place, while at the same time some differentiation and adding interest to the different housing and building stocks. So when working with the developer, we just wanted to make sure at least 30% of those had brick. And so we weren't having all LP sided housing.
All right, thank you. Any other questions for Dave?
Is there any parking set aside for like overflow or guests other than on-street parking for this?
No, the only parking is on street.
Do the individual units have parking, like garages?
Yes,
Yeah.
each one of these
Yeah,
units
okay.
has a 2-car garage.
Can you slide up to the slide before this? Yeah, that shows
So you can see how the buildings all orient very close to the street. They'll all have strongly defined front porch features. All the parking is offered off a alley to the rear. We did not allow any side or front garages in this concept, again, to be more aligned with that traditional neighborhood design. We incorporated parkways throughout Phase 1. You'll see the same throughout Phases 2 and 3. All of those parkways are tree-lined, and the whole goal here is to create a walkable, more pedestrian-oriented environment. The goal of these types of neighborhoods and developments is that it's designed more around the resident and the pedestrian rather than an automobile.
Thank you. Anything else? Any other questions for Dave? All right. Moving forward then, let's see. We'll do item A, I guess. Consider recommending approval of the PUDB site plan.
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's,
Second.
second by Winman. Any further discussion on the commission? If not, roll call, please.
Winman,
Aye.
Dokun,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Motion passed, all ayes. Item C, consider recommending approval of the preliminary plat. Do I have a motion to recommend approval of the preliminary plat?
So moved.
Moved by Friedoff,
Second.
second by Dokun. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Dokun,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Winman,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Motion passed, all ayes. Item D, consider recommending approval of the final plat. Do I have a motion to recommend approval of the final plat?
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's,
Second.
second by Dokun. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Winman,
Aye.
Dokun,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Motion passed, all ayes. Item 7, items for November meeting.
As of right now, I don't have any items for the November meeting.
Okay?
So John, is all of your stormwater being directed north of that Sedge Meadow, right?
Right, so the sedge meadow handles the water quality and the channel protection volume, and then stormwater is part of the basin that's
Oh,
constructed with the
gotcha,
LPO
perfect.
project.
So you kinda got a double edge there. I like that. I like that.
All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by Friedoff,
Seconded.
seconded by Aaron's. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.